Welcome, Mississippi Survivor here, coming at you with another video, another review. This is a review on a portable power station, but this portable power station you can get at a budget and it won't break the bank. And plus, you'll love all the features on this unit. I went through all of it myself, fine-tuned. I fine-tooth-pick combed it, so I already know what's good and what's the cons. But let's talk about this unit. First of all, you won't break the bank. You can't go wrong. You won't break the bank. This unit will cost you about between $150 and $160. Now, first of all, it's hard to find 330 watt unit anywhere for $100 and some dollars. Normally 100 or 200 watts somewhere in that neighborhood, you still gonna pay $200 for it. But also, I found, on recent videos, if you go back in the videos, you'll see I did a review on another power station. In that particular power station, Walmart had marked it down to $99, and it was originally $200. So there was a power punch pack full of a power station for $99, and I mean it was a lot to it. But if you want to see that video, you'll have to go back in my videos and just look that up. Portable power station. That's our own portable power station. If you want to go back in the videos, you go back and you can see that. But right now, we're going to get into this particular power station. Again, you won't break the bank. For people that's on a budget, that just don't want to spend a bunch of money, but they do need a little bit more. They need more power, or they need a power station, period, for power outages, bad weather, anything of that nature. It'll be great for you guys to have. So again, this is the EBL portable power station. I am going to put that in the description. The EBL portable power station. You can pick this unit up at Amazon. If I can find the link, I'll put it in the description. But nevertheless, it is on Amazon for $100 and some dollars. It's pretty cheap, and that's as of me speaking right now. That's what it is. I don't know what it's going to be a few days later, but if you see it and you want to get it, you might want to go ahead and jump on it and try to get this unit, okay? All right, first of all, it comes with a standard jack, your standard wall plug, which is right here on your unit. I'll get a little bit closer so you can see that. Comes with the standard, your jack, your plug in. Everything on this unit, that's one thing I do like about it. Everything on this unit is on the front. There's nothing on the back side, anywhere like that. Not that I have anything against that, but there's nothing there. Everything is right here in the front for your convenience. It just depends on how you want to plug up and how you plug your devices. I mean, but it's okay. It doesn't bother me. I like it. Okay, so you got your the AC jack power brick, which is going to charge this up, and charge this unit at about 45 watts. So it doesn't take that long for this unit to charge up. It charges up fairly quickly. For me, anyway, because I go find something else to do. I don't have to sit there and just watch it charge. And you got a really boring life if you sitting there watching a unit charge, which is ridiculous. Also comes with your car adapter for your DC plug. This is going to plug in right here as well. So I'm going to plug right here in that same port. Here, you got your connectors for your solar panel. Like this would be good for me if I'm out somewhere, if you are camping or whatever the case may be, or doing a picnic, and you got some things that you want to use that's going to take power. Hey, plug this up. That's here. Let me show you. It's pretty simple. You plug this into here. and plug your solar panels up to here, and you can charge your unit from here. Unplug here. Now these are your connectors. Slide these over out the way and try to get the unit a little bit closer here, so I don't have to lean all over the world to get it. Okay, on your unit here, I like this handle. It's a nice handle. It's got a nice grip on it. It has a rubber grip under here. It's not like one of the more cheap plastic handles where you're gonna grab it and your hand's sweating and you're gonna drop it or whatever. But it's got a nice little grip under it. Okay. On the top of the unit, it has built-in charging for your phone. If you want to take your phone and set your phone on the top of this, you can charge your phone up. But of course, you got to have the little phone kit. That don't think you're just gonna take your phone and just set it up there and it's gonna start charging. I used to think that when these things first came out, because nobody never told me any better. And I was like, I said, man, that's bad, man. Just set your phone on the top and it'll charge right up. Wrong again. It's not gonna work that way. You have to buy the charging pad, and then you set it on top of this, and then it charges the phone. I never use it. I can care less about that part. I just don't. I mean, I just plug my phone up the regular way. I mean, it ain't that serious for me. On the top of your unit right here, you have your light, and this thing is pretty doggone bright. Uh, so bright I can't even freaking see how to turn it off. Okay. There's only one setting for that. So most other lights have other settings. Only has like a low, a medium, bright. Now, so that's the downfall of that for me. The amber light is not bad. I just don't like the fact that there's only one setting. There's no medium, no low, no high. It's just boom. That's it. You see what you get. That's it. So that's the one thing I don't like that. The charging pad is fine, but I really don't care about that. That's for people that may be. My concern is down here. That part I can care less about. Okay, on the unit here, you got your lighter, the cigarette lighter port, which is always handy for people that use that. It's always come in handy to have this port on the unit. For me, I use it a lot. It just depends on what your needs are. For me, I use that a lot. Okay. On this side, you got your AC. And on the top here, you'll see that to turn on each section, you got to actually press the button to turn each section on. See? And now you see how they line up? There you go. You got your DC, and you can turn it on that way. Then your USB and your AC output. Now, if you look at the screen, if you can see that screen really well, it says you got your DC on. It shows your input, the watts going in, your watts going out, which I'm going to show you more of that in a little bit. And then it's got your USB, what's coming off of your USB or what's coming in for that. Then it also has your indicator, lets you know how much power you got left in the unit, which is 96. It was 100. I was doing some testing before the video, so I drained some of the battery. Right here in the center, I do like this. Most of the units that they make have USB ports, but the USB ports are always like 2.0 or something like that. It's always something that's super slow and they suck. I like these, and then it has USB Type C. You can charge directly off the USB Type C. And then the thing I like about this unit that most units that I have doesn't do, this particular unit right here, it would adjust to whatever your the power is that's supposed to go in your unit. So if you put in Type C, you don't have to worry about it throwing too much power. It's going to adjust to it on its own. And I like that too. And it's a lot faster to charge with USB Type C than charging with, even though this is 3.0, the Type C just charges faster. Then you got your AC. You got one AC port. I don't like the fact that it has one AC port. I think it should have more than one AC port. It kind of reminds me of a particular company. Every time we upgrade you for another $150, we give you one more port. And then you can look at the color and kind of get an idea of the company that I'm talking about. But this is a pure sine wave, which is awesome. I'm glad of that because some devices act funny when we don't have pure sine wave up to 110 volts. Now, another thing about this unit that you'll like is a DCN 12 and 24 volt. So it does both. So that's an awesome thing as well. And the amps on this is going to be 10 amps on your breaker here. Then you got your extra ports right here, your 12 volt ports, 5 amp. You got 2 of those. That's going to be good for you as well. So let's check these. Let that stay on. And we're going to turn the USBs off for now. No. I'm going to go ahead and give you a test with the USB now. And then we'll go to AC and we'll see what this thing can do. That's what we're going to do. So, let's back it up. Slide over your cables. Let's find something here. Let's get some things plugged up here. Got the USB. It's already on. Okay. We'll plug it up to this one. To this phone. Alright, you see I got it plugged up to your phone here. And if you look, let's press power, you'll see it's putting at 3 watts is what it's putting in so far. That's what it's putting into the unit. If I actually have a USB-C type cord, but I don't know if it's close by or in my vehicle or what, but it will be, you will see that it charges higher. It charges almost at 9 to 10 watts almost when you use the USB type C. So for the people that don't know that much about it, USB type C is a way to go. That's where a lot of things are going right now. And you might want to, well, even if you don't consider it, they're going to force you to go that way anyway, whether you do it or not. So we're going to go ahead and do some heavier loads. And let's see what this thing can do. And as always, you'll notice in every video, I pull out the trusty Dirt Devil mini vacuum cleaner. I do it every time. Now, what we're going to do here is, since it only has one port, which is something that I dislike, which it doesn't matter, what we're going to do here is we're going to plug in our own extension port cord. There we go. Y'all bear me, I'm moving around a little bit, but I'm trying to get these demonstrations for you guys together. All right, so we're going to plug this in together, and you can see I got the light on, ambient. The light is on. It's plugged in, the AC is on, and we're going to fire the unit up, and we're going to see what's happening. Okay. All right. Hit the light. AC on is pulling 122 watts. 119. Now I'm going to switch it to the next mode, which is with the roller, and let's see what we get from there. Right? With the roller spinning, it's pulling 148 watts. About stable at 148 watts. I just don't like how this display keeps cutting off. I wish you can just turn it off on your own, and then you can press it to make it stay on until you're ready for it to cut off, but it doesn't. So you gotta take the good with the bad. And again, you see that's 146 watts is about stable where it's gonna go. All right. Now we're gonna go to a bigger test, because I like to see what my units is going to do, man. I hate to get units and then they don't really do what they say they're going to do, or they're not as strong as they say. They have one thing on the box and they suck. They they just don't do what the box says. And you'll see right here it says it's a portable power station, 330 watts, 288 watt hours. Okay, so let's put it to the test then. Let's really hit it. Let's hit it. Let's hit it hard and see if this thing can it hold true to its name and do what it says it can do. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna pull that old rabbit out the hat. Let's move these over here. Move your connectors over. We're gonna put up portable 200 watt heater. Of course, I don't know when you normally turn these on, they run higher than normal. I guess what they would call the surge. They run higher than normal, and then they level their self out. So we're gonna set that there. Now I don't know if it's gonna be strong enough. I don't know if it's gonna throw this actual switch on here. I hope not. If so, we'll unplug it and we'll do it directly. Now, here comes the test for me to let me know if this power station is worth it. And let's go. So we're going to plug this into here. And we're going to turn the unit on here real time. So you see I'm not doing any trickery or got any wires plugged up to a 1,000-watt power supply somewhere else. I see them do that on TV a lot, which is irritating to me. All right. See the heat is on. You see it did not throw the breaker. That's a good thing. It did. It threw the breaker on the... Yeah. Now, when I did it on its own, it didn't. So, let's take this off out the equation. All right, let's take this out of the equation. Let's take the plug out of the equation. And let's hook it directly. Directly. All right, now I got it back on. All right, again, no trickery. Wires is running directly to the unit, no trickery whatsoever. Okay, now let's do it again. Let's turn the unit on, and immediately I noticed that when I turned it on, the fan came on the actual unit. It came on, which is cool because it's keeping the unit cool. So let's do it again. All right, now let's hit. It didn't do it. I wonder why. It's weird because I ran it before earlier. Let's see. Let's turn the USB off because I think I ran it only by itself. And let's turn this back on because the last time it didn't hit the surge. Well, before it did run it, actually it ran it over what it actually calls for, which is 330 watts. It ran over it, and then it actually came back down, and then it's stable, and then it stabled itself out. But right now, for some reason, it just don't want to do it. So we'll try it again. Turn on your AC ports, and let's see. Turn this off. Turn on your AC. And let's try it again. Yeah, you see, it ran completely over the 330 watts. Now, I don't know. Maybe because it was fresh and I didn't try it before, but it did run it before. But it's not really supposed to run that much anyway. I put way too much of a load on top of it. Yeah, I put too much of a load on it. But just what's funny about this unit here is actually rated at 200. Yeah, I read it before I actually taped it up. It rated at 200. But it won't run that. It ran it for me the first time, but I guess it just don't want to do it this time. It said no, 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 no. And I'm determined to try it again. Alright, so I'm gonna shut this off. I forgot too about the unit was cool. This was cool, fresh off the shelf when I tried it, and that may be the difference. I'm not sure. It may be the difference. Now that I try it now, it's hot, and it wasn't jumping up to 365. It was in the threes, like 302, which gave the unit time to process. I'm guessing gave the unit time to process and then stabilize and go back down. I know how to find out. We're gonna work this out, guys. Give me a sec. Let's go get. Bear me 1 second. I'm gonna see if my theory is correct. We're gonna try a whole nother one that's sitting on that was on the shelf, and but I think when it runs hot like that, when you run it hot like that, it causes it to have a higher surge, which is too high of a surge for the unit. So we're gonna try it again. Surge and surge, yeah. Because these are only really supposed to be 200 watt heaters, but unfortunately it's not. Let's see. Let's try it again. See the difference? Yeah, that's what the problem was. Yep. Now I understand it. By that heater already being ran and I had already tested it before I did the video, it was too hot. It was already hot, so when I turned it on, it immediately shot it over way up to 365. Now, as you can see, when I turned this heat on just now, which is the same identical heater and the same identical watts, you can see that it only brought it up to like 2 something before it stabilized itself back down. Now, you can see now that it's going back down instead of up, because it's supposed to be rated at 200, but actually it's still running. It's going to run around 230, 235. This is where it was running for me. And as you can see, it's going to eat up some barrier. But because it's 330 watt, you can see this is a pure sine wave. It's running this heater with no problem whatsoever. I just taught myself a small lesson while I was in the middle of the video. And that is, if it's hot, let it cool off completely before I try to crank it back up, because the unit won't be able to take the surge. And you'll see right there, 233 watts is what it's kicking. And that heat is nice and, I mean, hot. That heat is hot. And like burn you hot. Yeah, ooh. Yeah, that's nice and hot. But you can see it right here. No strings attached. The EBL 330 at a very reasonable price. I wish they had put covers over the cigarette lighter for us. Just for like if you was outside and you went inside, didn't know if it was sprinkling or something. You got all this stuff is just open. I mean, they're gonna get soaking wet. If they had some way to cover some of this stuff up, would have been good. But the fan is blowing. You can hear it. It's not aggravatingly loud. I mean, it's good. It's like it's normal, and the air is nice. The air is coming out. It's cool. It's not hot, but it's running the heater with no problem whatsoever. It's doing an awesome job. So, all right, let's shut this down over here. Now you'll see what I'm talking about. Now, if I try to crank this back up while it's hot, I bet you it won't even. I bet it won't turn on. So let's try it and see. Watch. And that, it worked. It jumped up there pretty high, but it didn't jump so high that it didn't work. That's funny because the other one show jumped up high. Okay, so let's conclude this test. This actually has more room to put something else on it and run even higher wattage if necessary. All right, so we're gonna shut that down. Place that here. Of course, they never put heater on the boxes when they're telling you about the unit. They never put that on the box ever. But we are gonna look here and gonna see some of the things that it does run. You got your laptop, 32-inch TV. You're running for 4 hours. That's pretty good for a 32-inch TV, and you got kids that want to watch TV. Man, if the power's out, man, that'd be good for them for that long. But I'll find them something else to do. Let that be the last result so they can go to sleep, because I wouldn't want to waste all the energy on watching TV. Okay. Sleep out. Yeah. Without heat. Yeah, I bet it is. They said without heat. I know it is. Humidifier 15 watts, 16 hours. Yeah, if there was a heated sleep out machine, I guarantee you it'll be gone in a couple hours. GoPro, 41 charges. Floodlight, 4 watts, around 61 hours. Switch, about 15 recharges. Smartphone, 24 recharges. You can run it all night. Drone, 2.7 recharges. 89.2 watt hours. And a mini fridge, 40 watts, running for 6 hours. Of course, I won't have to worry about that because I picked up the Vever freezer. So that's not something that I would really be worried about. From your car, there's some things that you just might want to know. From the carport, 12 volt, it'll be 7.9 hours when you run your car, if you're doing it from your car. Wall charger will take 6 hours, not bad. I got plenty to do. I don't ever run miles down that low anyway. From solar charger, 100 watt panel, 5 to 7 hours depending on the solar conditions. That's good. You can run a 100 watt panel on here and charge with a 100 watt panel. Of course, no panel that I've seen yet puts out a whole 100 watts. Harbor Freight is the only one that I know that may do it or come close. Yeah, they're about the only ones. And then it charges up faster from solar than it does in the wall or in the car. So that's pretty good. It's pretty good. EBL 330 288 watt hours. This is, I would say, guys, a very nice unit for the price point. It's not big, it's small. I thought the women would love it because it's a smaller unit, like it's compact. But this little joke got some weight on it. My God, it ain't like, I mean, it ain't. It's like one of them grandma purses at the church. One of them ones that you grab a grandmama purse and that mug weigh about 40 pounds. It'll be small, but it weigh 40 pounds because she got suckers and Snicker bars and Usher gloves and Circummin and crackers and all of that in there. I'm just saying, that's what it's like. So it's a nice unit. It's a nice steady unit. This plastic here feels cheap. I like this handle. This handle is nice. It's got these nice rubber ends, sides on it for bumping into things. You don't got to worry about cracking nothing because all this is pure rubber. I love that. And it's breathing on this side, on the sides where it's breathing here, where your fan is, and the same thing on this side. See here, same thing. And like I told you on before, it's nothing on the back, just pretty much the EBL logo. That would have been nice if there was some type of light right there. The whole back a light, that would have been nice. But it's not. Just your basic information on the bottom, which you can read that yourself. All the information I needed to know was on the box. So, I'm getting ready to wrap this up, guys. This is the EBL 330 watt power station with tons of wonderful functions that you can use, that I'm sure anybody can use on a nice camping outing or whatever the case may be. I would use it. I recommend it. I'm not getting paid for this. I'm using my own money to buy these items. I just tested this and I thought that this would be a very good item, and the price point is awesome. So again, I will leave the EBL or whatever in the description. Let everybody know that it came from Amazon in case you just didn't pay attention in the video, which I hope you do. Point to listen to the video if you don't pay attention. So I'm going to get ready to get out of here, guys. Thank you for joining in with me, and thank you guys for subscribing. I appreciate you guys for your support, and I love you. I just try to bring out some good content and some things that you guys definitely can use, because if I wouldn't use it, I wouldn't put it on here. So, thank you again. I love you. Mississippi Survivor, I'm out.